That's what they said. Which person? Mark, 440. 440. What the hell you get the other one? It's not. A little over. Yeah. I did good for a while. You know, John, been feeling more than one of the big tractors that knocked the transmission out of there. And so they had to put a new transmission in, was it? Very challenging. More than it was like
All right, we're gonna go ahead and call this regular scheduled meeting of the Cook County Commissioners Court orders July 8:30 a.m. Go ahead and have a prayer.
Let's see. Let us pray. Almighty merciful God, first and foremost, we pray for many families who have lost loved ones, the many people who have lost everything they had, and all the first responders and others who are searching for those who are still missing, providing support for the survivors as a result of the devastating flooding along the Guadalupe River, Hunt, Kerrville, and throughout the surrounding areas. Comfort them and give them the strength to keep going in the days ahead. We also pray for your guidance and wisdom for our judge and all of our county commissioners, that all the reports, discussions, and decisions that are made here this morning would benefit the residents, businesses, and everyone who travels to and through Hill County. Protect our sheriff and sheriff deputies, all first responders here in Hill County, police officers, firefighters, and those who serve in our military. Bless our nation, our president, our governor, and all of our national and state senators, representatives, and judges, that they would look to you for wisdom as they serve. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I honor and protect this flag, pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one indivisible.
All right. Yeah. Well. How are we?
Well, we're just trying to catch up from the rain, let everything dry out a little bit. We hauled some rock yesterday on some thin spots and had some repairs to do, obviously, and it's just gonna take us a while to get caught up.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay. Busy as always, patching potholes. I need 2 extra people just to patch potholes. They're back to, they did that Thursday and yesterday. They're back to hauling some rock this morning and trying to start blading some roads and try to get them covered over before it gets too dry again. Won't take long.
Pretty much the same thing, you got 2 shredders, 2 brush cutters, and blade and a rock truck running, hitting potholes, mud spots. Slow rain brought to the surface, so same old same.
Now we're grinding up the old Dallas Highway today. It was getting worse than bad, so. And every time we started it a couple of weeks ago and it rained, and then we started yesterday again, it rained, so we're just sort of plugging along at it, and the part of getting caught up, I don't think we'll ever get caught up. We've got too much area for manpower. So.
Like watching your car, you think it's get rain every time.
Yes,
That's a notice for budget time, just looking for another man.
Oh, I hear it. I hear all the shit's being dropped. I'm not looking the same. I hear you. Philip, how are you, sir?
Good. This week we're a little short-handed. We got to take some time off this week. So it's supposed to be a day stuff. I've got some conference on schedule. Spoke to Constable Cordell yesterday. We gave them a multifunction device in their office for all customers to use. So really this week is supposed to be a day stuff for us.
Stan? You have anything, man?
Nope.
Great. Miss Susan?
Goodness, now it's budget time and we have FEMA requests we're trying to answer back to and few things. Just whatever, taking it back as we can.
Miss Rachel?
We're preparing for open enrollment the 31st of this month and the 1st of August. We'll be doing in-person here at the law library, and then we'll do phone, or we could do it either or cell phone. I'll be sending that out there shortly to see for everybody. So payroll, tax payrolls, here in the budget. I'll have expenditure reports tomorrow afternoon for the big one. I wanted to get through AP today and payroll tomorrow, so it reflects better numbers. And just assisting other departments with their experience.
Commissioner or Constable?
Living the dream, Susan and Rachel really helped me through an issue. We did the work on my own, pretty easy to fix this problem, so fill up the trailer, so. Whether we have papers or else, and trying to take care of it. So I don't budget stuff.
Sheriff?
Take up more of this.
Yeah.
So everything's good at the office, still need to get our little sinkhole fixed somehow over by the jail. But yesterday, I thought the court needed to know, I was contacted by Sheriff Lindman in Williamson County. He requested a few personnel and some drones, to assist in recovering a body that's still missing, from his floods there. I called him back and told him I could send him a couple people and some equipment. And then I got to thinking that we can do a lot better because we're Hill County. Contacted the judge in Jackson, and within an hour, we had a crew of 14 people that shipped out this morning at 5 a.m. So I just think that I should say their names, their agencies, and just stepping forward. Pretty proud of them. Sergeant Jackson with the Sheriff's Office, Chris Clark, he's a civilian comms employee. Bosque County sent 3 investigators, Schraub, Deputy Morrow, Deputy Finley. Bonham Fire sent Chief Radke, Chase Green, Caleb Maggart, and they had skid steer with miscellaneous attachments. Covington Fire sent Chief Lister, Garrett Bond, Chad Stone with the track loader. He had it on an 18-wheeler, so that was pretty cool this morning. David, I don't want to mess this name up, Kropf. He sent a skid steer with personnel, and then Hillsborough Fire, Chief Kane, allowed a couple of his firemen, paramedics to go in case there were some issues with medical. Hunter Clymer and Garrett Murphy. So I just want to say how proud I am to be Hill County Sheriff and how proud I am of the citizens here stepping up. So thank you all.
Just the same thing with the sheriff, Chris Jackson notified me to want to make sure that a couple of our firemen want to be a part of what's happening and they're requesting assistance. So, trying to work with everybody and be more of one community, this entire county. I made sure that they're covered insurance wise, and we totally keep all the receipts. So when they get down there, we're gonna look at it as ESD and see what we can do as far as taking care of all their expenses. But they're out there doing God's work, so I don't want to hold them up from doing that. The only other thing is we just got a new building downtown area, so I invite everybody who wants to come look at it. Let me know when you have an opportunity. I gotta go over there after this, but I want to really work with the emergency services in different areas, much bigger than what we need. But I'm looking for input on what we need to do to grow as this county grows, so we don't miss something that may be obvious to you guys, but not obvious to the fire and ESD one. So we can make sure we put the right things in the right place. So when the time comes, we're ready.
Very good. Awesome.
Much of the same, we're working on the budget, getting that ready, serving a lot of papers and staying pretty busy.
Okay.
Business use.
We may have from other hospitals. They will send that.
Mr. Hunt.
We own some more property. Take care of
All right.
Thanks, Mark.
Mark.
All right, we'll go ahead and move into open forum. If anybody's here for open forum, you can go ahead and step up to the podium. Tell us your name. We'll give you a couple minutes. Just come on.
House and I've bought several old houses and fixed them up. I try to see potential in everything. So I did clean it up, fix it up, turn it into a little rental property. Everything's been fine. About a year ago, the Hispanic man next door moved a bunch of fighting chickens in. And this is why my renter moved, because of the constant noise there. He told me they were radio chickens. I've never heard of such. He said, because they never shut up. I have chickens. I mean, my neighbors have chickens up where I live, but we live on 5 acres, you know, we're not right up against each other. These are small lots and these chickens were running everywhere. He does have a bunch of them tied up where they can't, you know, can't get free. And then a bunch of pens. I did find the paperwork where they set in place in the 80s when they put tall timbers in. And it does say in there, you're not supposed to have any chickens or anything that's going to be a nuisance or annoying to. I do have the paperwork here. I did talk to him and his parents are really, really nice people. They don't speak any English. I've never had a problem. They're very nice. He moved in a garage behind their house. He's the one that moved all the chickens in. And even the elderly couple said they don't like the chickens at their property, but they're not going to say anything to their son. I did talk to him. I don't want any enemies, but you know, when you're having issues keeping the house rented, and I've never had a rat problem in that house. And since he moved the chickens in, we have rats. Never. That's embarrassing to have a nice rent house with rats in it. So I finally got rid of them. But, and people that I've talked to saying that they have chickens say that they have a rat problem. And so that's another problem right there. But I did talk to the Hill County Sheriff. They did send animal control, Hill County Animal Control out there. And he did tell them that he had to keep his chickens contained. Well, there should be no chickens there to contain. Because it is in the rules that, you know, and because there's no, I guess, like housing, HOA, I guess that's what you call it. They're tall timbers. They're basically saying I can't do anything about it. But to me, if it's in the rules, do I have to go get a lawyer to fight this to get, you know, and the houses are so close in there together, you know, it's like they have to listen to them squawking chickens all day long. And they're fighting chickens, and he admitted to me that they're fighting chickens, which is illegal. That's my issue. And I'm just begging for somebody to, you know, do something about it. I did talk to him. He told me, okay, I'm going to remove him. I showed him the paperwork. What he did, he moved more in and more chicken pens in just to aggravate me, I guess. So here we go. And like I said, I don't want an enemy and I don't want to, but you know, when and everybody in the neighborhood doesn't like it there because there was chickens running everywhere. Now he did say he would contain them. I don't know if he had the ones that were running loose. The girl moved out of my house. I was trying to rent it out, and this couple had a little boy that ran out in the yard, and here comes the mama hen, almost flogged him. So I was afraid to even rent it out to somebody that had kids. So I ended up renting it to somebody that didn't have any kids. So that's the issue, just you know, and their house is not junky or anything. The elderly couple, she keeps it cute with little plants and stuff. The chickens are on the side of the house, back behind the house. They're in pens, they're tied up. And there's chickens around. There's mama hens. I saw 4 of them with chickens. There was some next door at my dad's house eating the cat food. The lady across the street, she wanted to come with me because she's been complaining for a long time about the chickens over at her house. I mean, they're just everywhere. Now, he might have contained them since the animal control went after. I don't know. But the chicken pens, he moved more fighting chickens. So.
Which street is it?
It's Greenbrier.
Greenbrier.
And it's and I can leave a copy of this.
What I'd like to do is being open forum statutorily, we can't take any action on anything because it wasn't already on the agenda. But what I'd like for you to do is if maybe after court or another time, if you can get with my court coordinator, she's going to show you some there's a Texas law help, some other resources that you might be able to utilize. I can't tell you to, you know, give you legal advice,
right?
But we can guide you some resources that are free that might be able to give you
I did talk to a lawyer and he did send me some stuff
Okay.
stating that I can fight this in court, but I don't feel like I should have to. I still don't feel like I don't have to hire a lawyer to do all this. You know, and I don't, what's the set of putting in rules if the county can't help you, you know, abide by the rules?
And
So-
I'll also ask you to talk to the sheriff. So that-
Okay, and I did talk to the sheriff and they sent the
Yeah,
animal.
the sheriff.
Sure.
Yeah, talk to him. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
That's it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I appreciate you.
Okay, so I need to stay here and talk to him or tell me?
Well, or you can do it. Yeah, you guys can sit.
Okay, all right.
Thank you. Okay. We're gonna move on to, oh, anybody else for open forum?
Oh, I was just gonna mention this, the Methodist Church is asking for supplies for flood buckets. So this is all Methodist churches, we collected them in the past. But some of the items, I'll ask Rachel to send this out, but what they do is they send a self-contained bucket to try to help the people that they determined will help them, like they're looking for the 5-gallon buckets with the resealable lids. And then they have a list of different things, laundry detergent, household cleaner. It's very specific because they don't want to add trash or mold to the situation. It's just when you're down there trying to recover things, there's no place to get anything for one thing. And these are just things that I guess the global people on relief have found to help. So it's trash bags, but I'll ask Rachel to send this out and y'all can bring them by our office. We've already started collecting some things and air freshener, insect repellent, scrub brush, clothesline, trash bags. Anyway, I'll send this out. And if you feel the need to bring, you know, if you want to assist that way, I know there's monetary donations on everything, but I know we just all want to help because we're Texans, so.
Thank you. Anyone else for open forum? Well, all right, we're gonna move on to the consent agenda. Action on invoices, minutes, payroll, monthly reporting for revenue disbursements and or training certificate.
So,
Have a motion, a second, any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Move on to number one, discuss interaction on employee wage or status changes. We had some new hires. A Tristan McDonald and a wage change. From Marcus Castillo. Robert Villarreal. Flores, Joseph Penny. And some people that went on to another place, Cameron Ferguson, Leah Ferguson. Jessica Watts.
Second.
Have motion second, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Discuss interaction on bonds, bond for Tom Hemrick and Karen McClendon. No, not McClendon, Comer. We have a motion?
so
Have a motion for the second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. This is discussing our action on certification of revenues. This is from the Swilling.
Just some housekeeping. I've tried to get some of them, for precinct 1 and 2, that they actually had trade-ins, but we have to show the trade-in as a revenue on our books to show the sales. So we actually add 40,000 to revenue and then we've budgeted 40,000. So I'm certifying 40,000 for precinct 1 FM lateral on the trade-in of his 218 Ram 55 truck. And for precinct 2, 17,950, That was the trade-in of his water truck on another water truck. Then, this third one is the district clerk had sent a check to Hill County for excess proceeds on tax sale cases. Those are excess money that was collected that wasn't requested to be refunded within the time period set by law. And we had a large amount of these. I think McCreary was behind. They had a change in staff anyway. So we had $72,344 in excess proceeds. The district attorney, as they seize property and then it goes through the legal process and it's forfeited, then they had 88,720 that had been forfeited to them. So we've added that. Most of that has gone to other agencies as evidenced by the budget amendment. Those are the certifications.
I have a motion second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried.
Did I mention this? I didn't mention the cert. The first one was for the cert program, the $300 that was donated earlier. I apologize. It was in your packet, but I failed to mention it. On the budget amendments, we were adding 300 to contributions and 300 to a volunteer expense in emergency management for the expenditure of that $300 for costs for the volunteers. In FM lateral one, we're adding 40,000 to sale of fixed assets and 40,000 capital outlay. It's just a wash in our budget. So if you think of that budget recapitulation, what you add to revenue, we're not supposed to raise our net budget except for emergencies. So when we add income and add expense of the same amount, it's a wash through. So that's what we're doing here. It's kind of an accounting and a budget process here. So for precinct 2, we've added it to sell of fixed assets and to its capital outlay. For the next one, concerns the excess proceeds, the $72,344 we've added to miscellaneous income. And I combined this in the budget. There was an error on the veteran service. We had budgeted $37,000 for capital outlay for his vehicle, but that was purchased in the prior year. So we've added that to the $72,344 and added it to the sheriff's security equipment for $96,344 and to his contract service for $13,000. And on the DA forfeitures, we've added $88,720 to forfeitures. Then we've added $61,387 to the law enforcement agencies and $27,333 to agreed judgments. So those were the budget amendments.
Make motion for.
I think you're. Here's clarifying.
On the budget amendment, I don't think y'all did that. That was, we have to do each separate.
We didn't take it on.
Y'all just did the certification.
We
of
did the
revenue.
certification.
Oh, certification.
But you have a motion and a second. So a motion and a second.
Yeah, I have a motion and a second. But I don't have.
There's a motion to say.
We're so fast, we can't even keep it.
We have a motion second, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
That was for the budget amendments?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Discuss interaction to closing bank account.
We have 2 bank accounts in the district clerk's office. Prior to their conversion to Odyssey, there was a civil account and a criminal account. And so we started up the Odyssey account, and those checks, we had to give time for those checks to, the outstanding checks to clear and so forth. We still have some checks that haven't cleared and we're in the process of determining if those go to the comptroller. But the accounts are inactive, they're a liability because somebody could steal the information. So we're just gonna go ahead and move those funds over to the ODY account and go through the process, you know, and either getting those checks out to the people or to the state, however it happens, so.
Second. I have a motion and a second, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Number 6, discussion and consideration and or action to reappoint a director to the Prairie Groundwater Conservation District Board of Directors for a 4-year term to expire August 31st, 2029. All right. So as there was a letter included in your packet, it says the Cook County Commissioners Court did appoint Mr. Brad Daniels to set to expire in 2025 August. He is eligible for reappointment and has expressed a willingness to continue to serve on the district board of directors. I see no reason to change that unless somebody else does. If he's willing to serve, these are the people I would want. See this
Make motion.
Second.
He's not here. Motion and a second, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. All right. Discuss interaction and cancel standby letter of credit for Ash Creek Solar LLC. Mr. Holmes, did you look at this?
Yes, sir.
And do you have a recommendation?
Recommend approval.
So they've done everything you feel required to do. It was for a road
Or none.
gee good.
Signed off on
Huh?
it. Signed off on it 2 weeks ago.
Is that a motion?
Yeah.
No.
Second.
Motion in a second, all in favor, say aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Discuss interaction on a memorandum of understanding with Child Advocacy Center. This is an MOU between the sheriff's office and I believe the county as well. One for each of us. But just notifying us, Child Advocacy Center. Mr. Humphrey, are you aware of this one as well?
I've reviewed I don't think I've reviewed this one, but.
And Sheriff, have you looked?
It looks very evident. Yes, Judge, it looks like all the wording is the same as the current. They, just wanted an update on signatures for the new law.
All right, so.
Make a motion to approve.
All right, have a motion, second, in a second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Thanks. Discuss interaction on court order requesting auditor to complete the chapter 59 audit reports. Ms. Susan, is that you?
Yes, this is something we do every year. I think the chapter 59 reports are the responsibility of the court to complete. And so we just have y'all request that we complete them on your behalf. That's for the constables, the sheriff, the DA and the county attorney.
Motion.
It's just
Second.
Motion in a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. Discuss interaction on Motorola server refresh. Is this Mr. Phillip?
Yes.
Can you speak on this? Because if I do, it's not.
Yes, the current hardware that the sheriff's office runs the CAD dispatch system on will be 6 years old this fall. It was installed in the fall of 2019. It's time. It's actually a little bit past time for us to go ahead and we have all reviewed and they gave us 3 different options and I believe we decided upon the one that we think we should go with. So it's my proposal to put this before the court and ask for approval to refresh the sheriff's office CAD system.
Good job.
So is that just a single judge?
Yes, sir, this is the only option.
So the upfront, that's for the other stations. Oh,
No.
okay, this is it. I'm sorry. This is the number that we would. Glasses. That's the number that we would be looking for. To budget for in this current cycle. Those other amounts are for the support that we already paid for. They're just added on to the total cost of it. I think it's over a 5-year period.
So this is gonna roll into 25, 26.
But 26. Yes, sir.
So what we've asked Motorola to do is to start the project and then we'll pay them. It's been a request. That way we can budget this into the next budget cycle. And it will be this 205-17 number for that. And then after down the next 5 years, it's 36,000 for the next 5 years.
For the ongoing.
Total is that humongous number there. But up front, it's the 205. It is the system that IT is recommending we go with is the safest, I would think, best option in case of emergencies. There are some problems that could arise if emergencies happen.
So currently we are on a single server system. So if we do have backups, but we are on a single server system. This is how it was purchased and installed in 2019. If that single server goes down, we're down. This new proposal gives us more redundancy. It's a dual server system where if one goes down, the other one will automatically kick in and take over. So it does provide us more redundancy. So it's
So
a better
this
solution.
is IT budget item or sheriff's department?
Yes, what I believe the hardware will be the sheriff's office and you pay the maintenance. Is that the way it's currently set up?
Yes, what
Was-
was the one-time purchase, the 205, was that coming? Well, that's gonna be budgeted for out of the new fiscal year.
New system.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
my question was, which line item is it coming out of your department or the sheriff's?
we can budget it through my department.
It's-
And I will also have to, we currently pay Solutions 2. That's the support, the ongoing support for years 2 through
Right.
5. We currently pay them now that because of this new solution, it's got dual servers instead of a single server. That number is a little bit more than what we currently pay today. So whenever I come to the court to propose my, my budget, yes, sir, there will be an increase on that line.
And so, and as far as, obviously the 205 will not be reoccurring in his budget.
Correct.
And I intend to use reserve funds as a one-time expense to pay for that. We talked about
But we can move that into the IT budget and then just pay it right out of
Very
the
next
IT
year.
budget. Works for us.
Thank you.
Sir, any other questions?
Yes,
I did forget to ask, is that on the DIR or contract or will it be on?
Yes, ma'am, it's through Motorola.
sir.
And that's on the DIR.
I will triple check that. Yes, ma'am.
Make a motion. Second. Actually, second. Any more discussion?
Thank you.
All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Motion carried. Discussing our action on sheriff's office broken or discarded inventory equipment. I got a small list of items here.
Just a few items, Chief Westmoreland had sent to me regarding things that had tags that, just had to be discarded.
You guys don't use a VHS player anymore?
Which,
Getting fancy now.
come on, man.
This workflow.
You probably sell it on eBay. No, I'm joking.
No.
I don't know, probably not. Yeah. Alright, got a motion. Motion and second, discussion, all in favor, say aye. All opposed, motion carried. Discuss interaction, declare out of date computer hardware as salvage or surplus for IT.
This is a list of all of the MDTs, the laptops that the deputies use in their patrol vehicles. Again, refreshing the hardware. Actually, this is the refresh on this hardware is a requirement for us to maintain CJIS compliance because these older systems won't upgrade to Windows 11. Windows 11 goes out of support in October. So if we had not done this, then come October, we would have been out of compliance. So, but this is just the old hardware. All hard drives have been removed. It's just a normal, recycling of the computers.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion is second, any
Thank you.
discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. Discuss interaction on selling computer hardware equipment as salvage or surplus for that. I believe that's gonna be the same exact deal there. Motion.
Make a motion.
Second, all in favor, say aye. Or opposed? Nope. How do you wanna do it? Good question.
We have been using Frank's metal recycling. We've been getting a little bit more than, us going through the shop here.
Should the motion be amended? Or is that?
I think you need to specify how you plan to send it.
Okay.
But Frank's metal recycling is my request.
So the motion is to action on selling computer hardware equipment as salvage or surplus for Hood County IT Department through Frank's.
So you're declaring it salvage because hard drives be removed, they're useless.
Yes. We have a motion in a second. Good things and we are.
As amended.
All right. Discuss interaction to approve the date for the annual awards luncheon, December 17th.
Rachel.
Good morning. So every year Commissioner Crumpton and his wife do all the planning for the Christmas luncheon. We've settled on December 17th with Mrs. Crumpton, if that works for everybody. The reason we're going with that date is our CPS Christmas party is a couple of days before. They do all the setup of the tables. It's a little less work on Commissioner Crumpton and his staff if we just leave those tables up.
You're the one that sets those up.
That's why I was talking about part movie.
I think that you ought to take it over.
Are we shifting? Your wife want to do it?
She's on it.
I don't think Ms. Wild's been telling loose of that. She loves doing that.
She already has it planned.
She's got this deal covered. Make a motion to approve December 17th.
All right, I got a motion and a second for December 17th for the annual awards luncheon. All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Okay.
Thank you for picking this one.
Of course.
Mine is
Yours,
good.
as I say, you usually overlap, so are we off a
We
day?
have it now.
Okay,
I'm on Thursday, so.
so you'll be able to attend?
Oh, yeah.
That's perfect.
Nobody else gets.
We'll be glad to see you there.
Number 15, discuss interaction on catering for annual awards lunch.
So historically, we've used Tony's. The price point has gone up just a little bit over the years. From 2022, it was 3,300. Last year it was 3,675. As you know, I sent out the survey last year. We did a little different than the past. So we don't know who we want to use for catering this year. So I'm looking for insight on how you would like me to do this process.
What are our options?
Again,
Do we know?
anything you would like. You want traditional, Mexican, Italian? What do you want to do?
As far as.
Steak?
Yeah. How about margaritas?
David and
His budget's.
Just have a look, right?
You know, it depends whether you want to go with, but Tony does a great job, and it doesn't matter what it is, it's either turkey and dressing or barbecue, but there are other restaurants that like Eastern or I don't know, El Toro or El Jalisco, where they would be interested in, do like you did last year, go out, and
Sure.
see if you get a vote, what your people want to. vote.
So. I guess we go with. How would you like? to-
We'll just take no action. I'll just put a survey out and then I'll bring it back
See what looks
after that.
sounds great.
Okay, thank you all so much.
All right. Pursuant to Texas Government Code 551-071, an executive closed session will be held so the commission purpose of guidance that receive legal advice from its attorney regarding pending or threatened litigation, settlement of claims or other matters, which the attorney's duties to find on Texas. Rules of professional conduct conflicts with open meeting act. We need to go into executive session. We'll give you 5 minutes next to the room. We'll turn off all the mics and